The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
If we pass the other two things I'm trying to get done, we will in fact reduce inflation.
The Build Back Better bill is the best answer we have to bring those costs down. By the way, it also does it without adding a penny to the federal debt. It's fully paid for, and without raising a penny of taxes on families making less than $400,000 a year.
Lie, lie, lie. Lie, 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 lie.
And what a lie that is. Inflation, look it up, it's a hidden tax. Inflation is one of the cruelest taxes you can have because it's hidden. What a lie that is. These people don't know anything. Don't know anything when it comes to telling the truth. It's either that or they all got to go back to school and learn about inflation. But they're really just liars. And how sad that is. Now, it was amazing that Powell in February, he said inflation, he said it's non-existent when it comes to printing money. When you go in and print money and for the money supplies, it's not relative. Not relative to inflation. What a lie that is. Now, if we go back a little bit, in 2008, Bernanke expanded the money supply by printing money. That's what they do. Then he injected from the money supply. Think of it as you have a money supply and you put it in a big bucket. When you print that money, inflation starts. When there's demand for the money, they pull it out. So what money's left in the bucket is still inflationary. So they pull the money out. So going back to Bernanke in 2008, all that money printing, he injected $29 trillion into the financial system called quantitative easing. That's inflationary. Now, fast forward to 2021. We're still doing the same thing. Think about it, 13 years later. And when you keep rates too low for too long, the consequences are severe. Called a crash. Now, it was reported in 2021. In the last 18 months, Powell printed and injected $11 trillion into the financial system. Now remember, we had in 2008, 2009, $29 trillion. Now they printed, and in the last 18 months, injected $11 trillion into the financial system. That was an increase in money supply of 336%. So they increased the bucket. There's the bucket, think of the bucket, and they increased the money inside that bucket by 336%, and then they lie to us, and they tell us it's not inflationary. Powell testifies in front of Congress in February, saying increase in the money supply is irrelevant in terms of inflation. But then he contradicted himself. He said to the Congress, the 336% increase in the money supply of $11 trillion, remember they printed $11 trillion, that's the 336% increase, which drove inflation to a 30-year high, okay, only increased October retail prices, what you and I pay for gasoline and food, by 6%. What are you, nuts? Gasoline alone is up 40%. Meat, 40%. Take everything else we use, 16%. And they're claiming it's 6%. What are you, nuts? What a lie. A huge lie. They just keep lying. Now, the biggest lie of all, and this is the one that's going to really screw everybody, the supply chain. If you take Biden and Pete Buttigieg, they both say inflation was the result not of the money supply, not printing money and putting it in that bucket. That's not where inflation comes from. They said it was the supply chain problem that created the inflation. What are you, nuts? And therefore, don't worry about it. It's transitory. And once we you sign my Build Back Better bill, inflation goes away. It dissipates. What a lie that is. How can it dissipate when inflation is caused by increase in money supply? To say otherwise is absolutely ridiculous. To say that inflation was caused by a supply chain problem? What are you, nuts? This is crazy. So, Powell's comment in February, remember, he lied. He lied to Congress, got away with it. Most of those people in Congress don't even know what inflation is. The Federal Reserve printed money for the purpose of increasing that money supply. The consequence, 30-year high on inflation. A 336% increase, think it, in money supply. Think about it. In 18 months, they're telling you and I to believe that cost on goods went up just 6%. All the supply chain problem. Now, yesterday, I was driving around. I had to go down to the supermarket, and I took a shortcut. And I'll go by these brand new condominiums. And I'm looking for a sign. I think it's going to say, condos for sale, 185 to 225,000. All of a sudden I come up on the sign and it says, from 500,000. Let me tell you something. These condos look like low-income housing, like a project. Cheaply made, 500,000. This is what happens when you keep interest rates too low for too long. For 13 years, when you keep interest rates this low, where anybody can get a mortgage, all of a sudden, what happens? You got all this demand, and prices go nuts. Now, the problem for the housing, I'm telling you, these condos aren't worth any more than $200,000 the most. They're trashy. $500,000. The $500,000 at inflation is from all this money being printed. It's not from where the economy has grown because of good jobs, good productivity, business investment. Productivity went up. Wages went up. Savings went up. If that was the case, it'd be wonderful. But when you have condominiums or houses that shouldn't be selling for any more than $200,000 and they're selling at $500,000, this is the consequence of keeping interest rates too low for too long. And I'll tell you what's going to happen when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night. You don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
While nobody likes to pay more, on average, we have the money to do so. Household savings hit a record high over the pandemic. We didn't really have anywhere to go out and spend. And as we said a moment ago, we're expecting retail sales this holiday season to break records. For those who own their homes, the value of our homes are up. And while the stock market isn't the economy, you got over half of American households with some investment in the markets, and the markets have hit record highs.
Unbelievable. That's exactly what they said right before the crash of 2008. Same thing. Same thing. See, here's what they don't get. It's a bubble. Now, that's fine if you know how to get out of stocks, if you know when to get out of stocks. 80% of the people who are listening to that nonsense will not get out of the stock market in time. My members will get out of the stock market in time. And better yet, they're going to make a lot of money when the market sells off. Because not only will they pick up their profits on the way up, and remember, nobody cares about inflation. Right now, the stock market keeps overriding inflation. And it will for a while. But we're starting to see cracks now, where the smart money's saying, whoa, wait a minute here. I've been through this rodeo before. I've been through this before. Wages aren't going up. Everybody's leveraged. This is crazy. Our economy's not running at capacity. And the borrowing, the amount of money people owe right now on stocks, borrowed money to buy stocks, is nearing $1 trillion. We've never seen that before. Now, the difference here is that if you know what you're doing, you continue to ride this 400% ride. Remember, this market's gone up 400% in 13 years. 100% since February 2020. 100% since February 2020. Now, the problem is that people aren't going to know when to get out. That's the sad part. And when the market starts to crater and starts to go down, the big problem, there's no way to stop it this time. At least the last time in 2008, the market, as it went down, you could put the brakes on. She'd go down and boom, she'd rally back up, give you a chance to get out. Then she'd go back down again, give you a chance, then she'd rally again, sell into the rally, give you a chance to get out. That's not going to happen this time because there's no ammo. There's no ammo. We've had zero rates for 13 years. We can't cut rates on the way down. See, the last crash, if the market was crashing, we could raise rates. We could cut rates. So on the way down, as they cut rates, that held. People got interested in buying stocks. Rates are being cut. Maybe I won't sell all my shares. Not this time, because everything's at zero. There's no brakes. This is going to be a crash like you've never seen before. But what's going to be better about this in the housing market, you can take advantage of this market, stock market. So when it does turn and go down, and if anyone thinks it's not going to, you're out of your mind. Remember, the only reason this market hasn't crashed with keeping interest rates at zero for 13 years is because of all this nonsense, all this liquidity being printed and being pumped into the financial system Remember, they printing and printing and printing all this money. 51 trillion. You know how much that is? 51 trillion. We talk about trillions like we're talking like thousands. 51 trillion injected into the stock market to keep the stock market going up and the economy, both. And if you're smart money, you've been taking money all the way up and all the way up. And here's the thing. Today, you're looking, and I said this last week, here's a big sign. If you take a look at the big tech stocks, they did not break out yet. If you put up XLK as a symbol, that represents the big tech stocks. They've been trying to break out since November 5th, and they're not able to break out. Now, why? Because if you go and you take a look at the 10-year Treasury yield, the 10-year Treasury yield is starting to increase. We're getting towards that 165. We're right now, I'll double check to make sure, we're at 162 basis points. That means that now the big tech stocks are going to start pulling back, and the banks now should be taking the lead. But what we're finding, the banks aren't even taking the lead. The banks want to see the yields go up to 165, maybe more, before the big money starts investing back into banks. Normally, banks would be, boom, taken right off now. Investors would be pulling their money and rotating big tech into banks, but they're not doing that either. So both the big tech and the banks are both sitting there looking at each other, don't know what to do. It's like frozen. The market's frozen. Because there's so much leverage in this market, smart money knows we got such an asset bubble, both in housing. As I said, last time when I saw that condo, I couldn't believe it. I said, my God. I said to Marta, do you know that when you look at those condos right there, what's caused those condos to be $500,000 is not an economy. It's not an economy that's growing. It's not an economy that's doing well. Strong jobs. Strong business investment. Wouldn't that be nice? If those condos went from $250,000, now they're $500,000. Went from, they could demand the $500,000 because of a strong economy, strong jobs, strong wages, great opportunity. That'd be fantastic. Who cares? But no. Those condos at $500,000, that's a con job. The poor people that own them. What are they going to do when I get back?
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position him, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1 900-020.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So the bill they're going to sign today, only 6 to 10% of it fixes our roads and our bridges. That's it. Just 10% of it. What a con job that is. I mean, it's crazy. They're not putting much money into the bridges at all, in the roads. It's nuts. And the next bill is even worse. In this bill, only 20,000 of the 73,000 miles that need work, they're only going to do 20,000 of the 73,000 miles of road and highways. That's it. Are you kidding me? The bridges, there's 45,000 are desperate repair, need repair. They're only going to do 10,000. They're trying to put $40 billion into public housing. AOC wants public housing. What's that got to do with it? $11 billion with safety classes and everything else. That's nuts. Here's the one that gets me. $7.5 billion for electric buses. Do you think we need those right now? Why can't we use that money to beat the cancer? Send that to St. Jude. Do you think it's better that we send that to St. Jude, or do we start building electric buses? What are you, nuts? Let's send St. Jude the $1 billion for reconnecting communities with each other. We all sit around and have a powwow, and you know how wonderful everybody loves each other. Another genius idea. This is crazy. Wait to the next bill. Wait to the 1.7 trillion. That bill is really nutty as hell. That's crazy. 600 billion of the 1.7 trillion child care, universal pre-kindergarten, 200 billion for child tax credit, 150 billion to subsidize homes and rental for illegal immigrants and the poor. 400 billion. They're going to pay for folks to have home care aid, help with cooking and so forth. All great things. I'm not saying those things are bad. Those are wonderful. But we can't afford any of this stuff right now. And here you got China, and you got Russia. You got Russia right on the Ukraine border, ready to attack. You got China, same thing. They're talking atomic, and we're talking green. What are you, nuts? These people are crazy. I mean, who knows the amount of checks that Biden's getting and his son from China and Russia not to do anything. I don't know. This is crazy. So what do you do? These guys are all wacky. They sit there and they tell us everything is great. And that Bedapud or Budapest Pete there, he's a moron. I mean, what he wants to spend money on right now is crazy. So what do? Well, we make money. That's what we do. So the thing you have to do right now is focus on the market, on the yields. See, the wonderful thing about stock markets, they send you messages as to where to be. And the big messenger is the bond market. That's right. The other day when the bond market was closed, they had the stock market over. I was so upset. I'm going, this is crazy. Why are we even here? Because you can't trade stocks without watching the bond market. You don't know which group to be in. If yields are going way up and getting above 160, you got to switch to the banks. You got to start cashing out of your big tech stocks, your Microsoft and all that. Get out of those. And we're above 160 right now. But I mean, this is, and the amount of money that you can make in this market when it crashes is going to be incredible. Because incredible from the point of view, as the market will, in the past, when we had the market crash, like when the NASDAQ during the dot-com crash went down 75%, it's going to go down 75, 80%, maybe even more this time, but it's going to be much faster. It's going to drop 10 times faster. Because, see, there's no interest rates that we can cut to stop it from going down. So you're going to make so much more money being lined up to sell the market short, to sell your stock short. But, see, these guys won't teach you that. If you listen to the guys on, Kramer and the rest of them, same old garbage. I mean, here's Kramer again with this garbage. Here, listen again with Nokia. I mean, here's a stock that's going straight down, and he's telling people to buy it. This is insane.
What do you think of Nokia?
Nokia? I like Nokia. They're making a comeback. Nokia's doing well. I think you might have a winner there.
Nokia's doing great. He's got a comeback. You got a winner there. No, it's a loser. If you have a mobile device, take a look. I'm showing you. It's all red. The algorithms turned my candlesticks red. These are patent. Nobody else has this except me. It went from green to red. And then we got a confirmation, red over yellow. Underneath it, that's a confirmation. You have the candlesticks turn color, then you got another confirmation. That means more money's coming out than going in. And he's telling this is great. So people are losing money. Now gold. Gold is where the money is rotating to. It's going to pull back now some. It's going to pull back some. Let it pull back. I want it to pull back. And then when it makes a new high, all your gold stocks, that's where big money is going to be made. So you keep watching coin. Now, the high on coin, you do just the opposite. If coin's going up, okay, you do the opposite. Con going down, you do the opposite, right? So always do the opposite with your gold stocks that coin is doing. If coin's going up, you sell short your gold stocks, vice versa. So right now, coin, okay, is on its way back up. But if it doesn't take out the high, the old high of November 9th, that's going to be a lower high. And if it takes out the low, of November 10th, okay, that's what we want. I mean, this whole thing our gold stocks are setting up nicely. GDX, mining stock, GDXJ, the juniors, are all setting up nicely. But please, now, I usually don't give these names out because I know a lot of you're not going to join the gang because I gave you the name and you think you saved $39.95. And then you're going to get hurt. I can't get in touch with you. Like right now, we're doing terrific with AU. Now, if you go and buy AU, right now, it's if you're with us, AU made a lot of money for us, but now it's in an area what we call in the high risk area. AU, we made a great percentage of money in AU in what we call the risk off area. Now it's in the risk on area. See, it doesn't do you any good when I say a name of a stock, you just go buy it, because you don't know when to add to it. You don't know. I can't get a hold of you. So please, when I give you a name, don't do anything, okay? Except join the gang. 10 days, it's free, for heaven's sakes. 877-600-GANG, that's 877-600-GANG. And you got such an opportunity to make money in the stock market like you never had before. I'm not just saying that. Because the crash in this market is going to be so severe, and you can't convince people of it. Because for 13 years, the market never goes down. It always goes up. It's the biggest bubble ever. And when you keep rates so low for so long, the consequences are so severe. For 13 years, they've been financially engineering the stock market, keeping rates at zero to 0.25, killing savers. This is nuts. Now, everybody's going to pay. And everybody's going to put their head in the sand instead of learning how to sell short. Join my gang. 877-600-GANG now. Free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grande and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grande. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And join my gang, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. That's free for 10 days. You get the color-coded chart and a membership for 10 days. I'm telling you, it's fun. You're going to enjoy it. And when you're done, you're going to say, why did I do this a long time ago? Now, listen to this. This is nuts. This is, I'll let you listen to it.
How many times, if you don't live in an area where you have high-speed internet you can afford, how many times you've driven your kids to the parking lot of McDonald's and sat there going off the McDonald's internet so you could hear? No, I'm not joking.
No, I'm not joking. How many times you brought your kids to McDonald's so you could hear? You could hear the internet? What the hell's he talking about? This guy lies so much. This guy is such a liar. I mean, he's lost all sense of reality. Here? What do you...
How many times, if you don't live in an area where you have high-speed internet you can afford, how many times you've driven your kids to the parking lot of McDonald's and sat there going off the McDonald's internet so you could hear?
None. Zero. Everybody's going to say none. I never did that. What do you mean I go to McDonald's so I can hear off their internet? What are you talking about here? This guy's an idiot. He's the same guy that's lying about this.
If we pass the other two things I'm trying to get done, we will in fact reduce inflation.
Yeah, we're going to spend $1.7 trillion, another $1.2 trillion, and by the way, no we're not. It's really $5 trillion. The way they get it down to $1.2 trillion and $1.7 trillion is lie to us again. What they do is pull out of the bill, certain parts of the bill. They pull things out. And I say, well, what we'll do is we'll just say we're going to fund it for 1 year or 2 year, and that way there we don't have to put it in the bill. And then when the 1 year or 2 years over, we'll keep it in there forever. All game playing, all game playing. Look, right now, I'm telling you, this is the time that you can make more money in the stock market than you ever have. You can't do it with housing. When housing crashes, just start selling short the builders. Start selling short to builders because they're going to collapse. Remember, for 13 years, we've artificially held the stock market up. We never improved our economy. We never recovered. Our economy has never recovered since 2008. Never has it recovered. It's been propped up with zero rates. Think about this. How many people, our seniors, got screwed because their savings, they get nothing. Nothing. $800 billion a year they're losing. $800 billion a year. Are you kidding me? That's what they're doing to the seniors. So the stock market can go up. See, when they brought interest rates down to 0 to a quarter point, they had to do that. They had to take the money away from the seniors. So if they were getting 3%, 5% in savings and CDs, they're going down to 0 or near 0 to subsidize so that the rich can get richer. They subsidized the stock market of 400%. But I can't do anything about that. So we made money during the 400%, and we're still going to make money with this market. The day this market's going to crash, we will get a message from our chart called Message from the Market. It will be right spot on. It'll tell us exactly when to turn around and make sure position ourselves, and we'll be positioned weeks before anybody else. Weeks before anybody else that it's over. This market's going to crash. This market is setting up exactly like the dot-com crash. Same thing. The market was up 400% right before the dot-com crash. In the meantime, while they are using this no inflation lie to keep the market going up, that's what's happening. They're overriding. See, the stock market overrides inflation. Nobody cares about inflation because they're saying inflation is only 5%. No, it's not. It's 13%. How could you have inflation or the amount of money, our money supply, in 18 months go up 336% and with a straight face tell us that inflation's at 5%. How can they tell us that we have this great economy when people are paying $500,000 for a condo here in Sarasota, that building, that condo's not worth $200,000? And they're going to lose the difference between 200 and 500. That 500,000 was caused by this quantitative easing, by forcing interest rates down so that the people who are in the stock market, the 1 percentile, and our owners could make a fortune. They made a fortune in the last 13 years by screwing the seniors, and then by telling everybody else, hey, look, you can go buy a car, you can buy an RV, you can buy a snowmobile. Look at this, all cheap. The rates are down 0. You can buy whatever you want to buy. Things are so cheap because interest rates are so low. And then people didn't realize they're getting screwed. What they're doing is leveraging up. The economy wasn't doing well at all. The economy didn't hit 3%, not once, not one time in 13 years. On an annual basis, did we hit 3%? Because it can't, because of the debt. For 13 years, this bubble has been so huge. It's caused houses in these condos to go up to $500,000 when they're worth $200,000. The only people that are not going to get hurt are the people who bought $7 million homes, $8 million homes, $3 million homes. They'll always keep their value. They'll keep their value because those are unique homes. But these people who are buying these condos and single-family houses, you've been paying 30, 40% more. Too much. You're going to lose it all. Now, if you stay in it and ride it out for 10 years, don't move, you're going to be fine. You'll be fine because you got to have a place to live. So if you paid 30, 40, 50% too much, you'll probably be okay. As long as you stay in it. I mean, don't leave. You're going to stay in it probably 15 years, 20 years. But this is terrible. The stock market is the best place in the world because the stock, like I said, if you bought a house and it inflated, you're screwed. You're just going to sit there and get clobbered. But when you bought all these stocks that inflated 400%, you made money on the way up because of all this QE, because of zero rates, and people could borrow money and buy stocks. People are making a fortune. But they're going to make a fortune on the way back down. Don't be one of these folks that give your money back. Don't get the money back. If you're in the stock market and you're making money, if you're in 401ks, get out of those 401ks right now. No one's going to help you. If you're in a 401k, nobody's going to help you. Nobody's going to get you out in time. Listen to what I'm saying. That's not their job. They have no fiduciary relationship with you in a 401k.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
That's it. They're partners and they're shareholders. And for the last 13 years, they've been driving these stocks up. And you sit there and you think you're so rich in your 401k, you're going to retire. It's not going to happen. You're going to give it back. You're going to give it back. It's so sad. Think about how it felt in February 2020 when the market dropped 32% and you were in your 401k. How that felt. How it felt during the dot-com or the housing con. That crash, 2008, how it felt. How did it feel during the dot-com crash? Go back to 2005, 2006. How'd that feel when you're in a 401k and you lost it all? That's what's happening this time. You're on your way now to losing it all. So protect yourself. Hedge it. Hedge it. Do something. Don't listen to these people on the fake business news network. They care less about you. Look, join my gang for 10 days. 877-600-GANG or go to my site, philsgang.com, and then click on Working Investor Group. And you're going to have fun with it. And for the first time in your life, you're going to be part of the 20% of the people who make money consistently, even with the market going down. Wouldn't that be nice for a change? Don't sit there and do nothing. Please. Help St. Jude, too.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to